And we're live.
Coming at
Today's the day of the hearing. GameStop hearing.
you. Really?
Yep.
You think it's gonna move today or something?
I don't think it's gonna move. I think it's gonna be an interesting day for the outcome of that hearing.
What is Bluebird talking about? Yada yada yada.
The outcome of that meeting is gonna be. They're suing Roaring Kitty.
They're suing Roaring Kitty. Good luck. That to me is a real comedy right there.
Wow, it's like the big guys are mad they lost that much money to him, so now they gotta sue him.
Oh, the big guys are suing Roaring Kitty? Nah, they're saying that Wall Street Bets is an organized
They
coup.
did it, yeah,
Nah,
they
they
did.
just really like the stock, I heard.
I heard that too. But these guys have enough money to go and sue people, so I guess that's what they're gonna do. But I mean, why make the internet even more mad than what it is?
I never noticed these.
That's like suing their Jesus. Roaring Kitty is Jesus for the Wall Street Bets forum.
There goes your short. Is it short or long? It's close to that week today, huh?
It went off, right? What is wrong with my Thinkorswim? My thing is frozen. Oh my god, tech issues again.
True.
Yeah, it says right here my time is 9:25. Can't be. My computer time is 9:31.
Oh.
I don't know.
Maybe
I'm just gonna
log you
reset.
out.
I'm just gonna reset.
I don't know if it's a short, but looking at that. Drinking ice, thanks.
Nice.
So it's colder on top of colder.
It's super cold.
Super dry. The volume is falling.
Wow, that thing dropped.
Puts her on the. Get in time.
No, not yet. Still having these awful tech troubles, man.
I think it's when you connected the laptop. When you unlock the laptop, it threw all the sign on. Even here, you have excellence.
Yeah, it changed the spine. I don't know why it keeps pulling up Excel. Oh, it's probably because the last one I had.
Yes, for sure.
Make sure you unhighlight it. It shows a highlight.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, you're showing here 25 as well. Oh, that's not good.
Is it the Thinkorswim?
Yeah, well, no, here showing 25 as well, because it got cut off when that turned off.
Is it moving though? Is the chart moving? What is wrong with that? Sorry, tech troubles. The only thing I can think of is restarting it, but if you restart it, it's gonna shut down the stream.
Restarting my Thinkorswim.
Yeah, Thinkorswim is buggy. Why is it so buggy?
I still have the data. Time may be off. I can just turn it on. But the data's still good. Can you load up some options to see if they'll show up here?
Thinkorswim is not friendly for multiple sign-ins. Note to self. They're not friendly with that.
I think it's okay. We'll just remove the real-time data for today. The number, because the date's always going to be wrong, but what does it matter?
We promise you it's real-time data.
It should be when you, because the...
Oh, it's fixed. Oh, no, it didn't. It went away.
Yeah, I turned it off. Since it's off.
Still shows. Oh.
Excellent. Oh,
Because I sent in here. Hold
right.
on. Don't change it. Don't change it. Don't change it. Don't change it.
Okay, it's pushing the thing. It's just the time thing. But it's online.
Alright, well.
Oh, man. Just when I... looking for the cost again. But...
Stop complaining. Oh, it's only been 6 minutes since the market's been open. Feels like a lot longer. Alright, I'm looking at the 391 call. And what is it? Well, 391 is pretty far. Actually,
how's it sound?
I can hear it just fine.
Feels good. Sounds good.
Alright, 391 and 391 call and 389 put. Let's see. Yeah, it is. I'm just thinking of taking out those trend lines for the options. It's a little buggy. If you see on the chart, look, actually, you see right here. You see, there's no print, so it's like setting it down here. The price doesn't even reach down here. Yeah, that. I can just take that out. I can just take that script out.
Sure. What is called that?
What is called?
Buy call. Well, keep dropping on.
Oh, whoa, damn, the put suck off. Wasn't jumped up.
Oh man, want to get called 104. Let's see though.
It's still, I mean, these expire tomorrow, so I mean, don't feel too bad.
It's still moving though.
Oh, it's moving, but it looks like it may form that support at that bottom and then jump. Unless it truly breaks here, then that too. But don't. It's like you don't buy high and sell low, and don't sell low to buy back high. Because it's more likely to bounce than it is to reverse and to continue. But not always, obviously. That's why you gotta monitor it. That's why you gotta see where the volume. But the volume seems to be picking up to me. I don't think it's safe yet. ES? You guys want to see the ES? Yes.
Oh, you do it on yours. Switch.
Nah, don't give me that. You gotta just take action. For real. Shoulda, coulda, woulda is not allowed here. It's fine. The market has multiple opportunities, so don't feel too bad. Oh, this is actually year to date. It's the chart that was up there.
Oh, it's great. Oh, I see what you mean.
That was the last one. This is today. And here's the ES. These are the futures right here.
Huh, similar. Okay, but it's fine.
No, but I'm gonna put the SPY because that's. I like to put the actual thing I'm trading.
Unless unless it goes and touches this.
Today? That would be a crazy flush, but maybe it happens this week. I'm buying a call. Wow, it filled me? Wow, up there. Damn, it filled me all the way up there. Huh. Yeah, it's clear as day. I can see. If you can't see that it's a call right now, then you're not reading the volume right. Yeah, I know. I got a bad fill. That's why I don't. I kind of want to get out this. Fill me up all the way up here. Alright, well, I guess now we wait. I don't like my fill. I don't like my place on that fill. So I got out of it. Even though it was, yeah, I know, but I don't like that fill price. It may come down, maybe I can get a better price, but that's not the price I wanted. Even if it goes up from here, I don't care. Like, I like. Oh yeah. No, I mean it was the point where I got out paid for the commission, so basically nothing. But it's still not. I want a cheaper price, but. I don't think I'm gonna get it though. You know what I hate having to do on Thinkorswim? Change these quantity sizes all the time. I wish it was more instant. I wish it could recognize the quantities rather than by default give me what they think I should.
have buttons, right? Preset buttons where you can do 3, 5, 10, and increments. Maybe we can check that.
No, but the size doesn't always follow an increment. Like sometimes I get an odd number.
Right, 100%. I absolutely understand that. The only other thing I can think of is build a dashboard where you have the same stop, but
Need to get off Thinkorswim. That's what I need to do.
build your own platform. Good luck, buddy. Good luck, buddy.
Okay, you see, this is what I'm talking about. I knew I got too high of a price. I knew it. The moment I felt like it's almost so weird. Like when you've been in this long enough, you know it's like, damn, this is not a good price. I'm thrifty with my options. You got to be. You got to be. You got to be. Oh. Bond code. Hola, amigos. Oh, it's Sean Fowler. Oh, look at this guy. This is the guy.
Interactive Brokers.
Yeah, that's an Interactive Brokers co-founder. What happened in GameStop was plain and simple. The brokers wanted to cover their ass. That is it.
Did you notice? I just realized. When you go down, press and hold, and look for your speaker.
I did not, but now I do.
I just tried it. Hey, wait a minute. You lied to me.
I did not.
I thought it was. Not.
It's so weird though. I don't know why I kicked you. Oh, okay. I think I know why that happened in the morning. It was because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I was also signed into the through the laptop, and then when you open it,
If in the future you want to open your laptop, and
I guess that's a
have
level of
connected to the
security.
internet,
Pretty good.
if in the future you want to open your laptop and have it not connected to the internet, put the or open the laptop in a metal box so it doesn't connect to the Wi-Fi.
Where'd you learn that? TikTok? Yeah, you did.
No, actually, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, aluminum blocks are base. That's why the spaceships use reflective powder.
All right,
Flat
tech
Earth,
guy.
Okay?
All right, tech guy.
Alright, what is this body doing, yo?
You see it. I'm trying to figure out if this thing is gonna break out or break down. What gets me is that the run yesterday didn't hold.
the title. And the title will tell if it looks. It's here, that is every night. Great.
Like I said. It's gonna be another day like yesterday. I'm gonna wait again. Clearly,
Go.
I don't think it's a smart idea to short low.
Well, I gotta go. I saw it. Wait.
Yeah.
Pharaoh TV. Let's just load up.
What's the count at? No. It's at 6.
What's on?
The count.
Oh, count.
Today for today.
Really?
Right there. No, right there. For today.
Oh, just
Alright.
5-3.
Okay.
I don't think it counts live ones.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it counts live.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Google wants. Okay. Hmm.
Bloomberg markets. It tags.
Nice.
That's it.
It did it by automatically? No, right?
No, I still have to test why it's not doing that. Could be something else.
Guess I can. I am hardwired, so I have no excuse. For this, that's why I like these things. May not be as advanced as your wireless bot. You.
Oh, what the?
Oh.
What's that, Scooby Doo?
I gotta sell low and sell even lower.
Let's see if it holds though. See if it holds. But if it breaks, it's fucking gonna be great.
If it breaks, I mean, wow.
Whoa. What was that?
Davey Day Trader. Sorry, my alerts are just going off.
Oh. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's I have alerts on for the calls and the puts, so that's what you'll be hearing. Put just made a new high. Makes sense.
Freaking print.
Printing.
If volume keeps dropping, eh?
I'm printing.
Wow. Oh, you got more, you got more, you got more. You got more. Yeah, you do.
People gonna let it go.
They're gonna let it go.
But I'm a goat.
If it comes back, I'd be impressed, but let's see. Oh, it's going. Let's see. Let's see.
The guy's calling the market over like a dog.
I don't wanna have halal again tonight.
Oh wow. Ramen noodles type of night.
Oh, don't stop now. Uh-oh. Nice. Nice. The 1 minute chart is making the lows. It's good for these puts. Take it here. That would have been really bad if you bought a call there.
Oh hell no! I would never have held that.
Yeah, how do you do that? That happened in less than a minute.
You saw me do it. What do you mean?
No, here.
You have to recognize where the wind is blowing. But it's still down, so who knows? This thing needs to continue, which is not impossible for it to dump lower, but
surprised that it actually scraped out. What's going on there? Will it snow all day?
I got the story here.
Yeah, we're in Texas. Wow. Well, I'm glad I scalped that because that would have killed me. I would have taken everything.
Yeah, it's a scalper's market. It's not really right now. You can't wait for like multiple candles unless say the puts came down. Wow.
Yeah, it's funny. I personally believe it's going to be a call, but there's volume down.
Yeah, but the volume can also pick up from here. So that's the thing. You don't just
You buy.
you buy accordingly. You buy and sell accordingly. That's it.
Yes, master.
My name is Sensei, not Master, but I'll take it. Sensei.
Oh yes, master sensei.
Yes, Master Sensei.
Did you know Venezuela has actually good ping for a VPN? You wouldn't think so, right? Since everything is basically hyperinflated in Venezuela. An influencer made a video of what you could buy with $1. And she basically bought food for a week.
$1?
I don't know if it's for a week, but food for two for the night. Yeah, with $1. This is $1.
I mean, I guess, but look at your environment. Yeah, food for two and then for the night, but you're in the middle of a country where you can literally get stabbed for like nothing.
Is that what's happening in Venezuela? I don't know. I got everything.
I mean, you gotta think if okay, you have American dollars, but people over there who are born over there, they don't got money like that. Think about it. People here are becoming
Even
desperate.
$1 or even $1, yeah.
I can't imagine how desperate people must be over there.
You're absolutely right.
I mean, is today just gonna be a bad day to catch the falling knife or what? GameStop to the moon and back.
GameStop to the moon.
To the moon and back.
Do you know the fucking value is lying right now?
What? Oh, he's supposed to be in court. Oh, wait, maybe it's virtual. Let's see, where's Mr. Roaring Kitty himself? Damn, Mr. Roaring Kitty got a Wikipedia page.
Did he now?
Yeah, he did. That's insane, dude. That's insane. I can't believe this is a reality. They're really having a hearing for this. Like they have the market maker, the broker, the trader, the CEO of Reddit.
The CEO of Reddit?
Literally.
What?
Literally, Roaring Kitty is representing everybody who's a retail trader on that stand.
I don't know what to tell you. All I know is that I probably should have purchased that.
Probably should have purchased more puts. Damn.
But it wants to come up.
I don't know. That volume doesn't look like it wants to come up. That volume looks like it's going down.
Thunder!
That volume looks like it's going down, not up.
You said now volume looks like it's going up?
No, it doesn't look like it's going up. It just, I'm looking at the number, just lower, 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 lower. Eventually, price will follow if it doesn't stop. But that candle has to print, so let's see. But you know what pisses me off the most? These hedge fund guys also go around promoting their trade ideas. But when they do it, it's like, it's fine.
Oh, when you're talking about
It's just, there's so many double standards here. But who knows? Maybe this had to happen for there to be some kind of correction. Imagine there's a PDT for options after this.
That would suck.
That would suck because then that would decrease liquidity like crazy.
I don't think
But
that will happen.
I think options is all cash though, so I don't think so.
The answer is
Damn, Murder She Wrote. Oof. Let's go lower. But to be honest, there's so much conflict of interest in the industry. Like, it's weird. I also wouldn't be surprised if Reddit is funding this guy's lawyers. They're probably gonna rally behind Roaring Kitty, so. Let's see what GameStop is doing today. Ooh, $45.
and Roaring Kitty is so transparent. After he's done,
I saw the
let us
videos.
all know what happened.
Dude, this guy was calling GameStop from mid 2020.
Yeah.
This is before the frenzy. How can you say that's pumping?
That's the thing, he documented it all.
So there's no free speech then. I can't do this technically either then.
That's interesting. But you could be right. Hey, they blocked one of the presidents of the United States, huh?
They did.
What else can't they do?
I thought this was America.
If that were true, they should block Cardi B and everybody that curses. Never heard of presidents.
Nah, man, these guys are just butthurt. They lost money. That's it. That's what it's plain down and simple. Like, why?
Yeah, you're right.
They're hurt. They're hurt.
Hey, what do you think?
I don't know what I'm looking at. What are you talking about?
The stop sign or the circle? Regular circle.
Oh, maybe the regular circle.
Okay.
Oh, the stop sign. For now, let's switch it up. Let's see.
Okay. I put on the template.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
There she goes.
Woo! Got rid of that put. I mean, that call, luckily, right at the right time.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna go back up too, but then you see the volume just.
No. Yo, I do not lie to myself. If I see the volume going the other way, why would I stay in? Like, that just doesn't make sense. It's like I want to get punched in the face.
That's funny.
Me staying in, it's like saying, okay, yes, keep punching me in the face till you knock me out of my position. Nah. Nah. I was in this clubhouse room yesterday, and there was a woman there talking about how she went balls deep in AMC at 14 and something, and that was just clearly a FOMO move. But she thought she was gonna wake. Like she literally said, she's like, I thought I was gonna wake up a millionaire the next day.
She thought she was gonna wake up a millionaire the next day.
Yeah, she threw 40 grand at it at 15 around there, 14, 15 around there.
Yeah, that's not FOMO. That's a deception.
Yeah, I mean, but this is the thing. If you're inexperienced, you get easily blindsided by the fact of, like, you see people posting these numbers, and that's kind of the reason why we don't show that actual thing, because it's relative. If I'm trading with 4 grand and you're trading with 40 grand, and somebody else is trading with 400 grand, somebody else is trading with 4 million, like, you're not going to have the same results. However, the percentage will stay consistent across all accounts.
You're right about that. The percentage will stay consistent. It's all about the percentages. Anyone saying further does not know maths. Quick maths.
Quick maths, don't know quick
It's all about the
maths.
quick maths, bro. It's all about the quick maths.
I don't care about the gains. Like, show me the percentages. That tells me how good the trade is. The percent ain't high. See, I mean, look at the volume. Dude, I saw this volume at like minus 50. It's at minus 100.
Oh, yeah. Actually, as soon as it broke this.
But sometimes, remember, it can zigzag there.
Right. But look.
Yeah.
Talking about it.
Yes, sir.
These are scared. Ladders down.
Little steps down, yep.
This big. Alright.
Not bad.
Oh, what's another one to do? Big ball mask.
Oh.
Ball mask on now, folks. What do you guys want to see?
Rocket ship emojis. WSB guy. What else?
Maybe I can get a little bit of WSD guy. With like Ron coming out.
Put the WSB guy on the rocket ship. But now, is this gonna stay a put all day, or is this thing gonna pick up?
Yo no sé.
That's kind of why I'm like stuck here.
The answer is yo no sé.
That's a good answer. Nah, but you see the volume how it stopped?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's your cue right there. If you're in short, done. That little trend is done.
Show me where you see it on yours.
Right here. This little pickup.
You mean the difference of that?
Don't you see how it picked up from this bottom?
Right. But it can continue to go down, no?
Of course, but I mean, it depends how much you want to continue risking. Like, this is under the assumption you got it perfectly.
Gotcha. Is there a way to calculate from that low to the current one?
How much the difference is?
Right.
Yeah, you could
you
do
see
that.
Right now it's going down.
Yeah, you can do the difference.
Because you see right now it's going down the other way. And, right.
Yeah, but this thing is, if it held there, that means there was some support there.
Some support. Yeah.
Somebody bought up a big amount for the price to stop.
So
but
you're saying at some moment in time there was a big buy there and you saw an instant like 10,000 or 20,000 all.
I mean, you see it. Somebody's there. Somebody's there.
Right on that. On
Somebody or a group of people are there. So if they go under, whew.
Right. That makes sense.
If they go under, they probably won't hold a long time.
talk about Doge? No. That would be funny.
You know what's so crazy? Despite that being like a run-on joke and being like worthless, it's actually in terms of trading, it's a crazy good thing to trade because it moves, it's liquid. But in terms of long-term investing, I don't know. I'd rather hold Bitcoin than that.
Yes, sir. I agree with
Now it engulfed it, so now it went down below.
Speak of the devil. Huh? Oh. Uh-oh. Behind your hands. Alright, some of the way down.
Nice. No, you've been calling puts since the morning, so good job. I, on the other hand, got lucky and I got out right before this.
I may or may not go outside.
Oh, I won?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Alright, it's okay. So, to be honest, I don't like trading like these same day expiration options. They don't move as quick, but I like dealing with these time bombs for some reason.
I forgot that I read somewhere that Mark Cuban's 11-year-old son wants to trade stocks. I'm like, damn, speaking of 1%.
I mean, this is the thing. It's never like the sooner you get in this, the better you're equipped for when you're older. Like these companies run the world. All the companies that are public run the world. So the sooner you get an understanding of how the market works, you more or less understand how the world works.
Get acclimated.
Sure, I guess that's a word too. Acclimated. You get acclimated with the markets. Is this a pump? Am I gonna get in here long? Let's go. Maybe. No.
wait for the call.
Yeah, I was watching the volume.
You're good at reading
I mean, it's not hard. You just gotta watch the volume. It's there. The data is there.
your folks in data is there. More than the money that the hedge funds lost. What ended up happening is they tarnished their reputation.
You mean the brokers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the brokers did for sure.
And that's why Citadel was probably like, damn, not only did we lose money, but now all that money that they were making in Robinhood is just went like less, I suppose. But let's see how long it lasts. At the end of the day,
I mean, I don't think Robinhood's user base is gonna go to zero, but
yeah,
their flow is definitely gonna go to other platforms.
yeah.
The big guys can still pay for the order flow, whether it's from Robinhood or these other platforms. But Robinhood probably had a good deal with Robinhood, and then Robinhood kind of just they had to cover their ass really. It's weird. People don't realize that these are dangerous financial instruments. But that's why these guys are having a whole hearing about it.
Don't talk about it being bad.
Remember when I said a while ago, I was like, there's always a winner and a loser? The winners and the losers are going to be here talking, basically.
Can you imagine being up that much?
Well, I can imagine being in his position has got to be weird because he didn't ask to be the face of this, but inadvertently, he made himself that.
Careful what you post on the internet, boys.
I mean, yeah, if you're posting, look at my positions and my YOLO, then, I mean,
The answer is yes. Peter says yes. What is that?
puts just hit another high.
Let's just hit another high. Is it time to buy puts again?
No, the volume did, but the price is all the way at the toilet, in the toilet.
Well, here's a week to date, Ricky Green.
I know, but that's what I'm expecting. I'm like, when is a push up?
Yeah, but here's the thing. Do we believe it'll reach the moon? It's too far up there. You need a train, but yeah, I see what you mean.
When the times I've expected, I was like, nah, it's not gonna hit. It's not gonna hit. It hits. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Like that's not gonna predict the future. We're just measuring. But
think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go on a photo shoot today, and it's snowing.
If
But
a whale big enough comes and he's like, "Oh, I want to sell," it's gonna, it's gonna move that that chart down.
how fast I am?
What time is it? 10:40. Wow. Yes, sir. Damn, Apple's down, Tesla's up. Tesla's up.
I'm gonna send you something I think you may like. Send to myself too. That's all I got.
Gotcha. Trying to see if there's any other individual stocks that we can look at. Oh, Walmart had earnings.
Who did?
Walmart. They went down.
Check what they're doing.
They went down. They pay dividends though, so gotta add it. Year-to-date high is 150. Current price is about 138 and 45. No, 85 cents now. Wow, COVID did nothing to it though. COVID dropped Walmart to $100.
What's the Walmart at now?
138. 139 now.
What percentage is that of the return?
That's about, I mean, if it went up, let's say the high was 53, so that's a 53%. Let's say from that low, 100.
How much percentage is that from the COVID's low?
There you go, 53%.
53%?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it's out of 100, so that's easy. You still think you can't touch that?
Huh.
Yeah. The buy low and sell high method still applies to that, by the way. But the options haven't really picked up like that. And that said, this one is in the money.
Very right.
Unless it's going back up to come back down. That's weird. The volume on the put stays high, but the price is low. Does the same thing happen? Yeah, right here. Do you have the same thing?
Yeah. That's what you mean, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But the price is way lower.
Are those guys going to be the losers or the winners? Because
I don't
a
know.
lot of them are there and it's down.
That's what I'm trying to decide.
Well, is it do you think
Yet the calls are going up and it's negative. Discrepancies.
so which one do you want?
Yanni blockchain.
Oh, look, I just sent you an email of the lingo. I just sent you that email.
Belief a stock will to the moon means belief a stock will gain significantly.
You see what they say?
Paper hands selling as the first sign of loss.
Just take a screenshot of that.
Oh shit. Got him. Tendies, chicken tenders, profits.
Chicken tender. I'm gonna go get coffee.
All right. I mean, let's go.
Markets. I was gonna buy along at that.
Mm-mm.
I had a little message here on my
What message?
it says here, watch. Today 1000 buy supply. So buy the supply right here.
No, you want to buy in demand. That's demand. Supply is always up top.
Demand's in the bottom. Okay, I gotta upgrade that. Thanks, boss. Thanks, boss. Yeah. Buy the demand, short the supply. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes. Buy when there is demand, short when there is a lot of supply. It's simple. Oh, it's 11? I mean, maybe we take a break and come back for the GameStop hearing then. Yeah, because I mean, I haven't taken a trade besides that that early trade in the morning, but right now it's just too. I think they're honestly just waiting to see what happens after this. Because if this forces them to introduce some kind of new regulation, I think the market's gonna feel that.
The market's gonna feel that.
If there's new regulation, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, imagine they make something like a PDT. They're gonna do something because there's people who won and lost money, and they're ultimately looking out for the little guy, or so they say. You're right. That alert shit is actually pretty useful. Every single time it goes off, I look at it and I'm like, oh, okay, this one.
And which one was that one?
That was a put. That was a put. The put keeps making higher and higher volume highs.
Higher volume.
Yep. Remember, it was at 120. It's at 140 now.
So they keep on your puts.
The volume is up. People are holding the bag
Are
here.
they gonna be majorly right or majorly wrong? I just want to be in.
But that's the thing. These expire tomorrow, so it could be people just building up a swing position. Well, it starts at noon, the hearing, so I think we're going to take a break till then and probably come around the hearing time. So with that, we'll be right back.
feed, folks. Gotta fix it live.
Put him in the middle of the chats.
What kind of
Programming is this?
That is incredible. We're gonna check C-SPAN 3. Check the other one. It's gonna be on one of those. For sure.
Also been very concerned about that. I see my time's up, but I look forward to
The Reddit folks are gonna have it online.
Let's see.
Wait, I have it.
Would you pray with me?
watch that House Financial Services Committee hearing
That would be
in
fun,
Washington. And right now we move from Ken Griffin on to Gabe Plotkin of Melton Capital, who lost his article, a fair amount of money in shorting GameStop. Our opening statements, we're going to bring you all the question and answer once they start. In the meantime, we're going to have a big turn now to China. It poses one of the biggest foreign policy challenges for the new Biden administration, with a good deal at stake for the U.S. economy. Just how much is at stake is the subject of a new report from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and
Alright,
Rory.
got it?
Just take us through the findings. Welcome now.
Right? Yeah, sorry, folks, but that's a good try.
Where else would you got C-SPAN?
Just a second. Or am I? Yeah, that's what what just happened. They just disappeared. They're not on C-SPAN. Let me check the Reddit folks. They're gonna have a feed, trust me. We have UFC. We're gonna have boom.
Alright, so we're gonna be.
So anyway, if whoever's watching is confused about all this, we're trying to get the feed from these Wall Street versus the hedge guys.
C-SPAN. Let us down.
C-SPAN.
Congress is gonna talk about something they've been arguing about for years versus what's current.
That's hilarious. This guy's literally in Congress. Like, I can imagine that conversation. Well, you see, I have a handle called Deep Fucking Value, and I've been calling.
We had some of it,
Oh, there it is. Congressional hearings, videos, and all that. Oh, there it is. I'll send you a link right now. Here it is. Sent you a link to both. No, you have the link there too. You have a link too. I sent you a link.
Yeah. RIT guy.
Where's it at?
They have the context and judgment to make decisions, no algorithm.
Alright, so we're gonna pull
The
you
members of each
up.
community contribute both the content itself and the ranking of it by voting up or down on any post or comment. Unlike other platforms where submission has a built-in audience through the author's follower count, every piece of content on Reddit, no matter how famous the author, starts at 0 and has to earn its visibility. Through their votes, the community itself enforces not just the explicit rules of their community, but also the unwritten rules that define their culture. This layered approach has helped our users create the most authentic communities online. The specific community we'd like to talk about today is Wall Street Bets. It's important to understand that Wall Street Bets is one of many finance and investing related communities on Reddit. This particular community specializes in higher risk, higher reward investments than what you might find in other more conservative financial communities on Reddit, with such names as personal finance,
Is this true?
investing, and financial independence. I will stress that Wall Street Bets is first and foremost a real community. Self-deprecating jokes, memes, and crass at times language all reflect this.
Why are they not
Spending
public?
time on Wall Street Bets, you'll find a significant depth to this community, exhibited by the affection its members show one another. They are just as quick to support a fellow member after a big loss
That's
as they are to celebrate after a big game. A few weeks ago, we saw the power of community in general, and of this community in particular, when the traders of Wall Street Bets banded together at first to seize an investment opportunity not usually accessible to retail investors, but later more broadly to defend all retail investors against the criticism of the financial establishment. With increase in attention, Wall Street Bets unsurprisingly face a surge in traffic and new users. At Reddit, our first duty in these situations is to our communities, and our role in this moment was to keep Wall Street Bets online. Working around the clock, we scaled our infrastructure, made technology changes to help this community withstand the onslaught of traffic, and we acted as diplomats to help resolve conflict within Wall Street Bets leadership. We have since analyzed the activity in Wall Street Bets to determine whether bots, foreign agents, or other bad actors played a significant role. They have not. In every metric we checked, the activity in Wall Street Bets was well within normal parameters, and its moderation tools are working as expected. We will, of course, cooperate with valid legal requests from federal and state regulators. That said,
lower the
we
music.
believe that this community was well within the bounds of our own policies. To conclude, I would like to reiterate why it is important to protect online communities like Wall Street Bets.
Now keep it a little bit.
Wall Street Bets may look sophomoric or chaotic from the outside, but the fact that we're here today means they've managed to raise important issues about fairness and opportunity in our financial system. I'm proud they use Reddit to do so. Thank you, and I look forward
It's
to
too
your
low now.
questions.
You don't hear. Just a little bit higher. There.
Thank you very much, Mr. Huffman. Mr. Gill, you are now recognized for 5 minutes to present your oral testimony.
Thank you, Chairwoman Waters, Ranking Member McHenry, members of the committee. I'm happy to discuss with the committee my purchases of GameStop shares and my discussions of their fair value on social media. It is true that my investment in that company multiplied in value many times. For that, I feel enormously fortunate. I also believe the current price of the shares demonstrates that I've been right about the company. A few things I am not. I am not a cat. I am not an institutional investor, nor am I a hedge fund. I do not have clients, and I do not provide personalized investment advice for fees or commissions. I'm just an individual whose investment in GameStop and posts on social media
That's us.
are based upon my own research and analysis. I grew up in Brockton, Massachusetts.
That's awesome.
My family was not wealthy. My father was a truck driver, and my mom a registered nurse. I was one of 3 kids and the first in my family to earn a full-year college degree when I graduated from Stonehill College in 2009. That was not a good time to be looking for a job. From 2010 to 2017, I worked at a few startup companies, but there were significant periods when I was
And market's going up.
I took an interest in the stock market, and even though I had very little money, I used those times to educate myself and learn more about investing. In 2019, after nearly 2 years unemployed, I accepted a marketing and financial education job at MassMutual. My wife Caroline and I were thrilled that I had an income and benefits. My job was to help develop financial education classes that advisors could present to prospective clients. was not a stockbroker or a financial advisor. I did not talk to clients, and I did not recommend stocks for them to buy. Before and after I joined MassMutual, I studied and followed stocks. One of those was GameStop. Early June of 2019, the price of GameStop stock declined below what I thought was its fair value. I invested in GameStop in 2019 and 2020 because, as I studied the company, I became more and more confident in my analysis. Two important factors, based entirely on publicly available information, gave me confidence that GameStop was undervalued. First, the market was underestimating the prospects of GameStop's legacy business and overestimating the likelihood of bankruptcy. I grew up playing video games and shopping at GameStop, and I plan to continue shopping there. GameStop stores still provide real value to consumers and reliable revenue for GameStop. Second, I believe that GameStop has the potential to reinvent itself as the ultimate destination for gamers within the rapidly growing $200 billion gaming industry. GameStop has a
Is he
unique
pitching me too?
opportunity to by embracing the
Got my attention, brother.
Let's see. Where's GameStop?
Definitely got my
Because-
attention, bro.
Let's see, because it has a long way to go to 400.
I'm hardly the only person advocating these points. When I wrote and spoke about GameStop in social media with other individual investors, our conversations were no different from people in a bar, or in a golf course, or at home talking or arguing about a stock. Hedge funds and other Wall Street firms have teams of analysts working together to compile research and analyze shares of companies. Individual investors do not have those resources. Social media platforms like Reddit, YouTube, and Twitter are leveling the playing field. The idea that I use social media to promote GameStop stock to unwitting investors and influence the market is preposterous. My post did not cause the movement of billions of dollars into GameStop shares. It is tragic that some people lost money, and my heart goes out to them. But what happened in January just demonstrates again that investing in public securities is extremely risky. As I said earlier,
Pay to play.
I consider myself and my family fortunate with our investment. When the stock price broke $20 in December, I knew my investment was a success. I was so happy to visit my family in Brockton for the holidays. The money will go such a long way for us. We had an incredibly difficult 2020. Most difficult was the tragic and unexpected loss of my sister Sarah in June. I am grateful to be in a position to give back to and support my family. As for what happened in January, others will have to explain it. It's alarming how little we know about the inner workings of the market. And I am thankful that this committee is examining what happened. I also want to say that I support retail investors' right to invest in what they want, when they want. I support the right of individuals to send a message based on how they invest. As for me, I like the stock. I'm as bullish as I've ever been on a potential turnaround for GameStop, and I remain invested in the company. Thank you. Cheers, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Gill. Ms. Schropp, you are now recognized for 5 minutes to present your oral testimony.
Wow, that's incredible, bro.
Chairwoman Waters, Ranking Member McHenry, and distinguished members of the Committee on Financial Services. My name is Jennifer Schulp, and I am the Director of Financial Regulation Studies at the Cato Institute's Center for Monetary and Financial Alternatives.
What is this called?
Thank you for the opportunity to take part in today's hearing. Before addressing the GameStop phenomenon specifically, I'd like to talk about the participation of retail or individual investors in our public equities markets. Retail participation has ebbed and flowed over the years, but the recent upward trend accelerated sharply during the pandemic. Most point to zero commission trading, but several other factors also likely attracted retail investors, including fractional share trading, low account minimums, and easy app-based platforms. More time at home during the pandemic probably even played a role. Retail participation in our equities markets is important. The fact that retail investors behave differently from institutional ones and differently from each other can be particularly valuable in times of market stress. In fact, individual investors may have helped stabilize the market in March 2020. Importantly, investing in the stock market also provides a path to wealth for individual investors. But stock ownership traditionally has been
updated the title.
skewed towards
Check
the
it out.
already wealthy, and it is highly correlated with race, education, and age. Retail investors making up this new surge are different. Recent research by the FINRA Investor
Race is
Education
not capitalized?
Foundation and NORC at the University of Chicago found that investors who
What's not
opened
capitalized?
accounts for the first time in 2020
Oh, wait, I guess
younger,
it doesn't matter.
had lower
Yeah.
incomes and were more racially diverse. These new investors also held lower account balances. This may portend, as one of the researchers noted, quote, a shift towards more equitable investment participation. These new opportunities for individuals to grow their wealth should be welcomed and expanded, not restricted. Now I'll turn to GameStop. At the outset, I will note that it is difficult to analyze the impact of the trading in GameStop and other stocks because many facts are unknown. But some things seem clear. Importantly, the temporary volatility in these stocks did not present a systemic risk to market function. As the Treasury Department recognized, the market's, quote, core infrastructure was resilient during high volatility.
GameStop is picking up, by the way. That's GameStop.
This is not
No.
surprising.
Oh wow.
Despite the huge trading volume and rapid increase in value, only a
How much are
small
the
part of
options?
market
Ooh,
was
let's see.
affected.
Can we
And spillover
trade
effects
GameStop?
on the
Oh,
wider
they expire
market were
tomorrow.
mild and short-lived. The fact that GameStop traded temporarily and perhaps still trades above fair estimates of the company's value is not, by itself, a reason for concern. Stock prices move in and out of alignment all the time, and markets are no strangers to bubbles. If a company is valued by the market differently than a review of its fundamentals suggests, it might indicate that the analysis is missing relevant information about a company's prospects, or it might indicate that the company's stock price is due for a correction. The market's mechanisms, including the tool of short selling, generally work well to handle these circumstances. Stepping in to prevent trading where a stock price moves contrary to conventional wisdom could deprive the market of important information. The SEC, among a host of others, is reviewing the relevant trading and conducting a study of the events. The SEC will have access to far more information than has been made publicly available, and I believe it has the tools necessary to address any harmful misconduct that may have occurred. I cannot opine on whether any regulatory changes are warranted on this incomplete record. I tend to believe the answer will be no in light of the minimal impact on the market's function. But as regulators learn more, there may be areas identified for improvement. By no means, though, should these events lead to restrictions on retail investors' access to the markets. Thank you, and I welcome any questions that you may have.
Thank you, Ms. Shaw. I now recognize myself 5 minutes for questions.
Whoa.
The market volatility surrounding GameStop and other securities has highlighted how many people feel that the cards are stacked against them, and that market participants, like our witnesses, hide the ball. Mr. Taneve, you explained that Robinhood restricted transactions in certain securities to meet demands coming from your clearinghouse, and yet on January 28th, you represented to the media that there was no liquidity problem. Isn't it true that being concerned about having enough capital to meet deposit requirements, isn't that a liquidity problem? Or could you just answer yes or no?
Chairwoman Waters, I appreciate the opportunity to address that.
Just yes or no?
We always felt comfortable with our liquidity and the additional capital that Robinhood raised.
Please answer yes or no.
We always felt
To get
comfortable
through
with
my
that
5
liquidity.
minutes, I don't have time. I just need a yes or no answer.
I stand by my statement. The additional capital we raised wasn't to meet capital requirements or deposit
So the
requirements.
gentleman,
Excuse me.
I'm reclaiming my time. This liquidity problem had real consequences for your customers, but I wonder if they were all that surprised. Between December 2019 and December 2020, Robinhood customers...
Nothing is free. That's what that tells you.
System outages. Customer accounts were
Oops, that was loud.
reportedly
Sorry.
compromised. The
That was
firm
loud.
repeatedly failed to
But nothing was
justify
free.
its best execution
That goes off
obligations, and it
economic
misled its
rule.
customers
There's no
regarding
such thing
its
as a free
revenue
lunch.
sources. It seems retail investors often get a bad deal at Robinhood. Mr. Taneve, also, while you testified today that, quote, Robinhood's customers benefit greatly from payment for order flow, quote unquote, in December 2020, the SEC charged Robinhood for not disclosing that it was getting paid to send customer trades to Citadel Securities and other market makers, and for not seeking the best terms for its customers' orders. Robinhood provided such inferior trade prices it cost your customers over $34 million. Is your testimony after Robinhood paid? Is it your testimony after Robinhood paid the SEC $65 million to settle those charges that this conflict of interest is in your customers' best interest? Yes or no?
Chairwoman Waters, first let me say regulatory compliance is at the center of everything that we do. We've made mistakes in the past. I'm not claiming that.
But answer yes or no to that question.
So Citadel Securities is an important counterparty. Nobody's denying that. The reason that...
Gentlemen, answer yes or no. I'm reclaiming my time. Meanwhile, Mr. Griffin, Citadel's role in this event also raises...
Dude is digging himself a bigger hole every time he speaks.
Citadel Securities pays Robinhood tens of millions of dollars to process trades by Robinhood's customers. This relationship gives Citadel Enterprise key non-public information as to direction and volume of trades by retail investors. Your firm makes use of private exchanges called dark pools and other off-exchange trading to trade.
Damn, she must understand financial.
Without moving the market against you. In fact,
people in the
at
background
some point last month, 50% of all trades
yes or no
occurred
answers. The
in
big
dark
boys are like, which
pools
one?
or via OTC off-exchange trades. Your business strategy is designed intentionally to undermine market transparency and skim profits from companies and other investors. One problem, though, Mr. Griffin, is that we don't really know how central your firm has become to the capital markets. Mr. Griffin, does Citadel handle 47% of the U.S. listed retail volume? Please, yes or no?
Excuse me, Chairman Waters, what percentage? I couldn't hear that number.
47%.
So, Chairman Waters, to the best
Yes or no?
So, the odd, to the best of my knowledge, we handle in excess of roughly 40% of all retail volume.
Thank you very much for reclaiming my time. Mr. Griffin, on January
No.
27, the Citadel
he understood, yes, yes.
4 billion shares for retail investors, which would be more trades than the average daily volume of the entire United States equities market in 2019, yes or no?
Chairman Waters, that was my written and oral testimony.
Thank you very much. And with that, I now recognize the distinguished ranking member, Mr. McHenry, for 5 minutes for questions.
All right, thank you. Mr. Taneve, I'm going to come to you first. I just want to get to what happened on that day in January. So let's take a step back here. You get a call in the middle of the night, according to what I've heard you in interviews say. And based off that conversation with your compliance team, you decided to halt the buying of GameStop stock. People were furious. We'll get into the regulations and the settlement parts of that today. We will get to that. But this is what I think needs to be answered about your decision. Why did Robinhood restrict the buying but not the selling of GameStop? And why did folks get locked out on the buy side only?
Ranking Member McHenry, I appreciate the opportunity to address that. The reason that Robinhood, first of all, let me say Robinhood is always committed to providing access. It's in our name. It's in everything that we do. The decision to restrict GameStop and other securities was driven purely by deposit and collateral requirements imposed by our clearinghouses. So, buying securities increases our collateral requirements. Selling does not. Moreover, preventing customers from selling is a very difficult and painful experience where customers are unable to access their money. So We don't want to impose that type of experience on our customers unless we have no other choice. And even though I recognize customers were very upset and disappointed that we had to do this, I imagine it would have been significantly worse if we prevented customers from selling.
Okay, so let me
Worse
ask
of
this
what?
question. Is payment for order flow legal?
Yes, payment for order flow is legal and regulated
And
and
is
a
this
common
disclosed?
industry.
And is this disclosed to those users of your app?
Yes, payment for order flow is disclosed in multiple places. And moreover, payment
Okay.
for order flow enables commission-free trading. And that's why it's become the industry standard model, as other brokerages have replicated our model and started offering commission-free trading to their customers as well.
Okay, so to that, to this
Do the
greater
dirt on
point, what
zero-
happened that
zero
day
trade
in
commissions.
the model that you're using, let's be crystal
guess.
clear. That decision you made to restrict the buying but not the selling of GameStop was based, what was
A
it based
liquidity
on
issue.
pressure from anyone on the witness panel here today?
Not at all.
Right.
Zero pressure from anyone. It was a collateral depository requirement decision made by our Robinhood Securities president.
All right,
Please
so
stand
let me
by.
get into this other question. Let me get in this question. You want to democratize finance. You want to open up Wall Street to retail
you gotta get shut
investors.
down.
You say that Robinhood's mission is to democratize finance for all.
I don't think so.
Let's talk about that. So yes or no?
Oh,
Can a Robinhood customer
They need that
invest
for the
in
big
Robinhood
boys.
the company?
They need those check marks.
Robinhood's currently a private company, so that's not possible. No.
No.
And
so
that's why you can't
mean
know-
to tell
you'll
me
never
that
know.
The people that use your platform that make you a successful company, and I would say directly contribute to your company's exponential
You know, that's
growth
kind of
and
why I
success.
sucked TV.
They don't get the same
They're
access
public.
to equity shares
So
as
it's
a
a little bit
Robinhood
more visible.
employee or your institutional investors.
You
Is that
wouldn't know
correct?
Robinhood because it's private.
Currently, that is correct. Yes.
All right, Ms. Schultz, let me pivot to you. Why is that? Why is it that everyday investors on the Robinhood app, people that I would argue contributed to its success, can't invest in Robinhood itself?
The SEC limits a lot of investment in private companies to those folks that are known as accredited investors. And to become an accredited investor, you have to have meet a wealth test of earning at least $200,000 a year, or having a net worth of over $1 million. The vast majority of people in this country don't meet that standard and are unable to invest in most private companies.
Okay, so let me just clear this. Mr. Tenev, I don't blame
That's what an
you
accredited
for
investor
the
is.
restriction you put on your customers not being able to invest in equity. I'd like to have more opportunity to ask Mr. Gill his thoughts on this, but let me just say this. I don't fault you for the inequitable regulatory structure that DC has created, but I think we need to clear this up. Final thing, Madam Chair, I have for the record, I'd like to submit a letter from the DTCC, which is the clearing company, that was not on the panel today, and your staff has this letter.
Daughter.
All right, thank you all, and look forward to getting to the facts on the matter
From
today.
other members, Ms. Maloney. You
Thank
recognize.
you, Chairwoman Waters, and Ranking Member McHenry for convening this hearing. I hope today's hearing sheds light on how our markets are working, or in many cases are not working, for smaller investors and ways we can fix that. The events of late January saw tremendous volatility and stock prices that were totally divorced from market fundamentals. The whole enterprise was viewed by some as a giant video game, trading stocks instead of properties and monopoly money. But it's not all fun and games because people can lose their life savings, their hard-earned cash, and tragically, last summer we know of at least one suicide linked to potential trading losses.
Well, then you have the
Beyond those
opposite.
possible
this not
losses,
aware?
the actions of Robinhood and other trading
Is this not-
platforms
is this
during
not
the
like,
GameStop frenzy
Are people not aware of this
caused
reality?
confusion, anger, and undermined investor confidence in the fundamental fairness of our capital markets. None of this is healthy for our markets or good for investors. What makes markets work fairly is when everyone knows the rules and that the rules remain consistent and predictable and are enforced. But because of Robinhood's actions, too many customers did not get that predictability. Many retail investors woke up on January 28th to find that they could no longer buy and sell stocks the same way they could the days prior. And they were being treated differently than other market participants who could still buy and sell those same stocks. So I don't blame them for thinking that things were stacked against the little guy. Mr. Tennant, you stated in your testimony that Robinhood restricted trading for certain securities, including GameStop, in order to meet your financial requirements with your clearinghouse. But when I go to Robinhood's website and the blog post you initially released on January 28th, your financial requirements with your clearinghouse are not mentioned. You only mention market volatility. And when I review the Robinhood customer agreement, you don't include specifics on how and when you may decide to restrict trading, which you did. And you don't include any language or disclosures regarding your capital requirements. It only includes vague language that at any time and in its sole discretion, Robinhood can restrict trading. In other words, you seem to reserve the right to make up the rules as you go along. So I have two questions for you. First, do you think you owe your customers more disclosure and transparency than you gave them? And second, do you believe your lack of candor with your customers might have contributed to the wild speculation and confusion that resulted in the aftermath of your trading restrictions?
Congresswoman, I appreciate the question. So to answer the second question,
We'll be back.
look, I'm sorry